anybody out there? Hey, tune in. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank, huh? It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Everybody tune in, you dig it? It's funny as hell, my dude. It's where we can kick it. Everything is going down. They about to do the most. It ain't a confrontation, it's a conversation, homie. Yo, on the weekends.
What it do? What it do? What it do? What's up there, sugar dumplings? Power chin?
Not power chin.
And Cynthia, she's
Good
starting us
morning,
doing
sugar
that.
foot, honey love.
That
How
part
are
right
you,
there,
baby?
my for real. It's good seeing you and stuff. How everyone doing? This is Roy Anthony Show. Got my co-star Cynthia Joi. She like me. We be right there on time. But Miss Willette Hurst will be popping in, unless I think she's on an assignment or something. We know Big Hank is doing stuff for the church. He's always there at the church, and then he pulls off, and so they know that I'm going through the oral, the opening and this, getting it warmed up for everyone and stuff. I'm Roy Anthony. Welcome to the Roy Anthony Show. Like I said, it's my co-star Cynthia Joi. The other two will be coming in. This is part of the WOW Entertainment, which was created to bring awareness of the suicide rate amongst our veterans. And what we found is that not even our veterans, teenagers, there's like 44 teenagers a month commit suicide. And a lot of times what people don't understand, if you hear a lot of people who has contemplated suicide, it's because of depression. We're facing things you don't have no control of. Seems like there's no way out. And it can become stressful to some people. So therefore, we tried this show, which the Woe Hideout was based upon bringing awareness, and one of the ways we can help with depression is to do stand-up comedy. Richie King is a stand-up comedy. He used to be an MMA champion, and then as he got older, of course, he laid more into the comedy and some of his adventures, and so him and the co-creator Goose. And Goose was one of the brothers that was having a lot of problems with depression after he came back from the military, contemplating suicide. And so what happened is that living and loving life. What it do, Roy and Joy. Hey, how you doing? You gotta say what it do like 3 times. What it do, what it do, what it do.
What it do,
that's
boo?
That's my slogan for real and stuff. I say it 3 times. So Goose and Richie King and some other fellas from the military created this network. And then we have other veterans like our social producer, Blue Phoenix, who lives in Springfield, Missouri. We've never met social producer or Blue Phoenix, but she keeps this floating. The Roy Anthony Show is neighbored with, it's not just people can look at how many people views us, right? But it's shared with 8 other platforms at the same time. So we're being shared by people I don't even know. I just get comments sometimes from people like, hey, and there's a group of people that sits in front of a big screen TV, so sometimes it's more than just one person in a room looking on their cell phone. It'd be a lot of people who's looking at it from their 72-inch television, And so we try to be where our show is based on humanity. But I want to give shouts out to our social producer, Blue Phoenix, our man, Athens, our sponsor, Matthew Brooks. And then I'd like to give shouts out to the BB Nation. That's Backward Veterans based out of Oregon. We got the VRS, Veteran Radio Syndicate. They about 300,000 strong. They join in. And then we got our family, friends, even those who don't like us. They want to just see what we're doing. Hoping to catch us up in a slip up, And so, how you been doing, Miss Cynthia?
I'm here. I can't complain. I mean, I'm dealing with the death of my uncle right now, but
Yeah,
we know that's a part of life, and it just takes you to go through the journey of the ups and downs, So
yeah.
today is a better day than yesterday because I was a crybaby yesterday.
Well, you know what, and that happens. Word tells us, man weepeth at night, but in the morning comes joy. It's not literally saying, that you got to take that time.
Right.
If you didn't have a heart, you can care less. Oh, what? My uncle died. And then go out there and shoot some pool, singing karaoke. It's so hard, but you got a heart. And you're supposed to be able to mourn.
I definitely mourned for him, but at the same time, I've been celebrating him ever since. So the day I found out he died, I actually did go sing. I went and sung his favorite song. And my uncle was full of life, and he gave me the drive to not care about what people thought about me and just own who I am and just be true to that. So he left that memory with me and that energy with me. So I was like, I'm not going to sit around and woe is me, because he wouldn't like that.
He sounded like he was good people.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, so you would say that he's not suffering no more.
That's the first thing I said, actually.
Yeah. See, sometimes we are selfish. Now,
That's the first thing I actually said. I was like, don't be selfish. Think about the fact that he's no longer suffering, and he actually gets to be with his mom, his dad, his other siblings, and just, be free from everything that life throws at you. So I'm happy for that part. So I think it ain't gonna really sink in until you see that body in that casket.
But I always Trina put it best when she was on here, and I like what she said about when her mother, and she said, "You're holding me, back. I'm tired of this world." That's when you done ran your races.
Mm-hmm.
You done had your season of track meets and hurdles and everything. You done met the finish line. There's nothing to prove no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now what happens is, this is where I tell some people, because I've been through it deep. One of the things is that we want to make sure we live up to their expectations. Sometimes we think we ain't got there yet, and they done took off. And I don't know if I'm making sense to anyone.
You are.
Sometimes, but when I say so, I wasn't saying it in the honorary of being selfish.
Right.
We're our emotions that I don't want them to be gone.
Your human instinct kicks in.
Yes, which you're supposed to. But then when you just told the memories, which it was a good memory.
He was a great man. I can't even stunt. When everybody else wouldn't help my grandparents, he was there. And he had lost his eye, but still was finding a way to take care of his family and make sure my grandparents were straight. So I honor him. I salute him. I
do too.
I salute him, and his memory,
God
like
bless
I told
in heaven,
will forever live in me. He never gonna be dead as long as I got breath in my body.
And that part, but it's fresh. It's fresh. Some people feels like, hey, you lose don't make us feel like I'm not wanting nobody to think I'm cold hearted or whatever. We live this life. When you're born to die eventually.
Right.
And we don't know. The thing is how you live it in between.
And you know what? This is actually a good topic for a lot of people to understand. That's why they say give people their flowers while they're alive. You learn the most about a person when you're going to read their obituary, because people don't reach out when you're alive. So
Yeah.
when you dead, everybody want to come and be at the funeral and pay their respects. But it's like, pay your respects when people are alive, when you can love them while they can actually feel that. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I don't
That's
even like
important
going to funerals. I'll be honest with you. I always say, man, I want to remember how they were. I don't want the last image to be someone
to
laying in the
be
cat.
that.
That's just me, right?
Hmm.
Sometimes once again, emotions and stuff. But someone asked me, would you, when you want a big funeral, like, am I faking my death? Because I don't think that I'll be thinking about do the Lord say, okay, bro, they having your service. We're gonna let you look down there. I'm thinking that there's so many other people that even myself, I would be like, Lord, I don't want to waste no time with that. What is it that I need to be doing right now?
Right.
I'm just saying, though, I'm just teasing, but it shows that we got love in our heart. Living Life said you had to think of them in heaven, walking around free and happy, no more pain, smiling down at you. This is Trina,
Oh,
aka yeah, there it is. I would be
hey,
saying
girl.
living and loving life. I thought, you know what I'm saying? It was okay. It's Trina. You know she can always come in whenever she wants to, but she may be working, just want to chill back.
You probably got
But
therapy today. That's probably why she ain't pop in.
oh yeah, yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something though. Some people's going through. Some people I can't stand when family members ain't never came to your house or nothing. Then when someone dies,
Say it.
next thing you know, you got the candle holder and you got
Say
what
it.
in the world.
Say it.
You got this and that and all that. Oh, let me have. She would have wanted me to have this and that. I told him, don't come to my. When something happens to my mom, I told him, don't come to the house
Uh-huh.
because I must be honest. I don't trust none of them.
Real
So every
talk.
time somebody die, you all of a sudden you there at their house taking something, talking about some
Right.
memories, but you think about, ooh, that candles, them lamps will go good with my furniture.
It just be crazy because it's like you've been like I got family member who been around the corner from my uncle for the longest and never went to see the man. But now he gone. Is what was me? Uncle Pooh gone. And it's like, miss me with the theatrics. We're not doing that.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, my thing is and that's a part. Okay, Trina just said it. She said, no more pain, smiling down at you. You just left a good legacy of him. There's some people that died that I know, and I can't say if they gone. Matter of fact, looking at how they went made me start thinking like, Lord, I might. I think I'm gonna change up on a few things because
Right.
I don't. When you be talking about one person like your uncle, you like rest in heaven, but then there's one people you like, yeah, he's
I
dead.
know. I know that nigga didn't have a chance.
You see what I'm saying? I don't want to call it like that. See, that's you saying that.
But see,
I don't want
listen,
to
we
call
ain't afraid to call a thing a
it.
thing. We're gonna put
Wait a
it
minute,
out there.
wait a minute. The good people, we like rest in heaven. Then the other people like that nigga don't have a chance. But because have you ever faced where someone wasn't doing right? Now I don't know if their last breath they said, "Lord, forgive me," because you know I think our God's a merciful God, even unto your
Right.
last breath. But some people it seemed like they went defiant, or they went out with a caboose before they got to. Like I'm gonna give an example.
Okay.
A
I'm
friend of
scared of your
mine, a
example.
friend of mine's cousin,
Okay.
all right, was seeing a woman outside of his marriage. And he was telling his wife all the time that he was going on a business trip. This was like 94, 95. And him and the woman he was messing with had a husband, and she's telling her husband, I'm headed on a business trip.
Mm.
But these two was hooking up, taking trips. First it was in the United States, like another state. Now all of a sudden they headed to the Bahamas. Well, their plane crashed. That's the one that crashed in the um um where the alligators be at in Florida, the Everglades.
Okay.
Remember that? And the alligators ate the bodies and all
Yeah.
that. They was one of the couples on it. Now, when the plane crash was going down, my I'm wondering, are they repenting? Because
Some
when
of
their
them probably
spouses
is.
found out what had happened, we don't know how they responded. Oh, George, he rests in heaven. But you tell me, Cynthia, what do you say at the
What do you say?
yeah?
See, I'm overly honest, so it's
You
probably
got to
not best.
say it. It's freedom of speech show. Everybody wants to hear what Cynthia Joy said.
So what Cynthia Joy would say, well, which okay, no, rewind. Ask that question again.
So if they was going to have their obituary, or you
Uh-huh.
had to talk about, how good a person they were,
Okay. Okay.
knowing how they passed, how
Uh,
can you?
well, John, he was a piece of work. He was something different.
Yeah, you know what you're gonna have me doing? You ever see that movie, The Pink Panther? And he was supposed to be saying his funeral. This is the
Mhm.
older version with this the old Pink Panther, and he
Oh
was
no,
supposed
okay.
the movie, the Pink Panther movie, and he was supposed to be saying they thought that Inspector Clouseau was dead, but he wasn't. But they had the other guy who had his eye had a twitch, and he didn't like him, so they asked him to speak at his funeral. So while he's speaking, he's really laughing, but they think that he's crying because he's like, he was a good man. That's how you say it. You said,
Uh,
well, John, he
yeah,
was.
he was a piece of work. He was something different.
They be like, Roy's crying. I'm like,
Be like, now I'm not sure about where John going right now, but
oh, see, look what now. See,
what
and living and loving life saying it all wrong with it. She
he
said he
didn't
didn't
make
make
it.
it. They all
They
in hell
held
together.
together.
I just read it, people. Because
So I
see,
just read it.
sometimes I'm gonna tell somebody, and I'm saying we're making fun is because you know if you live in life, death is eventually going to be
It's a
there or
part of
around the
life.
corner. The thing is, I tell anybody, it's nothing for you to take your life. You don't know what's on the other side. We think that this side is so bad, sometimes because I went through that. I
Mhm.
fought depression, y'all, for a minute where I um, contemplated suicide for 2 straight weeks, walking over by this bridge every day. I had to get off the subway, and there was this bridge, and it would pound in my ear. You should just jump. This life ain't no good for you.
Man,
Next life would be better. Why would you go through this with all this going on you? Nobody's
right.
listening to you. Nobody's thinking about you. This is what was in my ear.
Yeah, that's what depression does. I battle it every day to this day. I battle depression, and people won't know it because of my smile. But that's
Depression is
because
some spirit. It's a
I,
spirit.
you make a choice though, just like you chose not to jump off that bridge.
Well, for a minute though, I'm gonna tell you.
You contemplated, but you didn't follow
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
We
But
all
one time,
contemplate
I'm gonna
things.
be honest. One time I thought though, Cynthia, I was standing there.
It
I
was
just
right there.
thought I was there, and a lady was walking by. She said, "What you doing?" No, she's like, "What you looking at?" And I was like, "Oh snap!" I was looking at the other life, lady.
And she
I'm
said,
being
"Bring your
honest.
ass here."
I'm being honest. And but go ahead. What were you saying, Cynthia?
And then I said, and she told you, bring your ass back here.
No, I'm talking about previous to that. I didn't mean I probably cut you off a little bit.
I don't know, but this is good conversation, so I don't care.
But see, the thing was, it was this voice. I didn't make the voice up.
Mm-hmm.
It was just that so much other pressure was compounding me that even while I'm going through the daily of walking from the subway and stuff, it's depression when you working and you so far behind in your bills and everything, and then people is saying you need this and you need that, and you like, wow, I don't even have an apartment. I'm staying in a hotel that I barely got,
Mm-hmm.
and it just seemed like I had a buzzard's feather stuck there. And so, and I was like, every time I was, I never thought I was walking across this bridge. It was a high bridge.
Okay.
And all of a sudden it's like, I don't even know why you putting up with this life. You should just go on and just, what's up, Kimo? You should just go on and jump off. Lessons, bro. That's what it was saying to me. But then, all of a sudden, you said something earlier. It was day by day. I started laughing at that bridge now. I was like, oh, no, because like you said, when the people crashed in the Everglades, we don't know what they're going to. I see Big Hank's in the house. What's up with you, Big Hank?
What's up? What's happening? Joy, what's happening?
What's up, Hank, baby?
Oh, what's happening, my nigga? What's going on? What's up, Roy?
Hey, man, you got it, bro.
What y'all on? What's up? What's up?
We've been talking about life and death, bro.
Wow.
Wow. We was sharing, just ending with, and we had some comments about it. I was sharing where this one couple, this guy was cheating on his wife with a woman from his job, but he would tell his wife he's going on a business trip. And she would tell her husband the same thing, that she's going on a business trip to be with this guy. So they used to meet, go out of town within state, but this one particular weekend, they're going to fly to the Bahamas. This was in 94, 95. And they end up crashing into the Everglades and stuff. That's when that plane crashed in the Everglades and the alligators was eating them and stuff. So I was asking if you had to say, how you got some people you just know they in heaven, but then there's other people that have died, and how do you say their funeral? Like Big Hank, you be in the church, how would you deal with, like Joy was saying, the obituary? What you say, Joy? You be like,
John was a piece of work.
And I said I'd be like this, like they be thinking I'm crying, but I'd be laughing underneath, right? And so one of the ladies said, she this lady, Trina, said, I'm putting up what she said. She said he didn't make it, they all in hell together. It's just the plank. Because see, sometimes we want to sympathize, but you have to question what did they go through?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I remember listening to Richard Pryor one time. Hank back in. Hey, I remember listening to Richard Pryor. Big Hank did listen to Richard Pryor.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I love me some Richard.
Man, my daddy used to make us listen to it. Shit.
Hey, and he got the one. He said, "We are gathered here today to mourn the dearly departed." Right? At the end of that, he said, because the boy was found stroking on it, he turned out to be a flip flopper, and he said, "Lord, there is there. We don't want this boy up there with us." I tell you, isn't there some people who done passed, and you like, Lord, child, you wonder.
Yeah.
Like I heard people say, "Lord bless their soul."
Right.
That's like the same thing you say when it's an ugly kid, and you be like, "Oh, bless his little heart."
I don't say that.
Me either.
I just say, "Oh, you have a baby, huh?" And I try to make sure I like, oh, I don't hold.
Yeah, I don't do all that. I don't carry back. I don't do all that. But
Yeah.
you got a nice baby though. Who's
Yeah.
the daddy? Who's the daddy?
That's what we.
They could be like, who's the daddy?
You change the subject all the way. So how do you sell to somebody and say?
Ooh, how you gonna sell a big
people are
cake?
so depressed that they hang. We was just talking about this, that some people don't know what they're asking for.
Mm-hmm.
You think that this life, because it happened to me, that I kept going across this bridge and a voice just popped out of nowhere. I didn't make it up. It said, hey, you should jump over this bridge. The other life is better than what you're going through right now. What you're going through is, it felt like a buzzard's feather was stuck in my butt.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we don't know, I'm gonna mute this mic. If we don't know what's on the other life, which could be 10 times bleaker than here, and there ain't no coming back.
Right.
CEO, Rich King says CEO, it ain't no coming back. You know, and so we want people to understand that before you think that this life is hard and you're not understood and understand, just take a step back and breathe. Look at those who can't even. I seen guys, one day it seemed like everything was going bad for me, and I went outside.
Yeah.
Seen a guy in a chair, and he was moving it with his mouth. He had this little handle thing, and his, some little buzz thing in his mouth. His arms and legs didn't work.
Yeah, that's how they move around with that.
Yeah, and he was like this, and he wasn't, the way he was going about it, the way he was going about his life. He didn't look like, because I seen him all the time. Going down the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
See, sometimes some people get so depressed that they think in that what they seeing in front of them, like this whole world is on their shoulders.
Okay.
And so to escape it, we're having an uptick of suicides.
Mm-hmm.
Our young people is committing suicide at 44 per month.
And that's why it's important though that we speak self-affirmations on a regular, even when you're going through the flux, because those bad things that you got festering inside you can lead you to do things that the people that love you won't be happy about, and you're gonna leave them behind. So it's important that you speak life into yourself. Yeah. Speak positivity, because life won't always throw a curveball. So it's just a matter of.
But sometimes some people think it sounds cliche-ish, they expect us to say that, but I tell everybody, like, just go one day at a time. I'm gonna say this, man. This is kind of like a difficult subject for me, because I lost my daughter to this. But I'm gonna say this. I know that if someone is going, it's some signs you can see before they get to that point. Mm-hmm. And if you pay attention, you will see it. Because, man, listen, y'all don't even know, man, how many times I done went through this. What did I miss? How come I didn't see it? What was it that I missed? And did she reach out? And did I? So it's some signs that I remember that I should have been aware of, and I was aware of it. I just didn't know that it was going to lead to that
extent.
Yeah. And I want to say something real quick. Just real quick, interject, because I know it's hard. And Joy said something earlier about how people read someone's obituary and didn't get to even know about them. Yeah. You just said something yourself right there. You said you knew it, but you can't beat yourself up on that. Right.
But now if I can help somebody else who might see the same signs that I seen, and I didn't recognize. I recognized it, but I didn't know it was going to lead to that.
Yeah.
The color hair, changing the color of your hair and trying to fit in to different stuff that you probably shouldn't have been trying to fit in. I got a pronounced underbite. You could see it, right? And all my kids got it, maybe not as pronounced as me, but all my kids, my son got it just like me. He got the whole, and so my daughter had it too. And so she went to the dentist and she got her 2 back teeth cut out and got her chin moved back. You dig what I'm saying? And so just when you start changing yourself, okay? When you start doing stuff to change yourself and it's not normal or not
when they're not minor changes in his
right. When you start cutting on yourself to change yourself or start doing other things to change, them signs you got to look for. Like I said, she used to color her hair blue and green and wild color like that. I thought it was cute. Shit, I thought she was being fly. I didn't know she was reaching out. You dig what I'm saying? So stuff like that. Just gotta pay attention, man. Pay attention to the signs. They out there. You just gotta pay attention to them, and you're gonna see them.
Richie said that 22 vets commit suicide a day, 12 teens a day. They commit suicide, man. And,
but it's that age from like I want to say like 18 to 22, right in there. It took off. Yeah. It's really, really high right in there, man. Right in that age, right there, when you ain't even experienced nothing yet. You ain't even did nothing yet. You ain't, you know what I mean? How you gonna cut it off and you ain't even did nothing yet?
And you're absolutely right, man. We just we didn't know this was going to be the subject. I had something else in play. But we have a lot of people who be to talk about depression. I've been after dealing with Cynthia Joi, we have learned that I didn't know there's so many younger people that suffer from strokes, which comes from the same scenarios, depression and stress. Yeah. And when we put no more, because see, one thing we have to understand, when we take on this battle, when we decided that we're going to take this battle like, I'm going to serve it God's way. I'm not going to do it religiously, but going to God's way. We already know that there was going to be tighter difficulties for us to deal with. We knew when he said carry the cross, we knew of it, but we don't know how it was going to feel.
Right.
We didn't know the losses and everything. And you just said something, Big Hank. You just, man, blew my whole weekend is set now. You said to look at signs and stuff, and you broke it down. Some people don't know. They say, well, they didn't say nothing. Some people want us to say something.
Some people don't know how to say.
Changing up your hair, you look so better like you had it. You just did with that. You know what I'm saying? Because we can say all the cliches all you want all day long. You can do it. Don't give up. You feel me? Yeah. Sometimes when I didn't want to hear none of them cliches. Yeah. I didn't want to hear nothing good. Just leave me alone. I'm gonna go in here in this dark room and let me
be dark. Yeah, and be dark. I'm gonna go in the dark room and be dark. Yeah.
Because I don't want to hear that right now. I know it's out there. I've been out there, but right now, sometimes when I tell people, we don't know how long it takes a person to grieve.
Right.
Every January 27th, it is so hard for me. I never even share it with anybody when that day comes because it's so dark for me. Yeah. I understand everybody's situation. Because January,
so do you not share because you don't want to pull nobody into your darkness, or do you feel like you're a burden?
And when you don't see me for the 26th and the 27th of January, there's a reason. It's my way of going into without bringing nobody else in, but I got to go through this by myself for the weekend,
right?
Or those 2 days, because I got some mourning and crying, and I don't feel like saying nothing positive. So I'm not going to say nothing negative because I'm tired. If you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all.
Right.
I don't want my aura is platinum, so I'm not going to come around you because I don't want you to ask me what's wrong, Roy.
Right. Let me do me. I'm all right. Let me do me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, and I totally understand anybody, and that's the thing. We can open up, Big Hank. That's why we're comedians.
Yeah.
We go through hurt. That's why
All
we
the
make
time.
other people laugh. I told her to show up last night. I'm just let y'all know. Man, I ripped it. It ain't for real. Blacks, whites, and it was more whites, blacks, and Asians.
So when you gonna
Good.
put up the link so the rest of us can see it?
Oh
Good.
man, you know, it became we trying to be where it makes it where it's so official. They don't even understand we LA's best kept secret.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for
Yes,
real.
sir.
They deal with all these other ones that, you know what I'm saying, still hard kings. I guess they are the kings or something because they I'm just a dude from a different country, and I hooked up with this dude. He's from a different country, and we said we're gonna join our ships together, and we've been doing it.
Let's
But we
go.
pain, even right to this day, when y'all heard me talk about the ties, I'm like, sometimes I depress myself. How can you be this and that? And I'm sitting up here hungry.
Mm.
I'm a starving artist.
You
And
say
I
sorry.
called Big Hank. Man, they had to show me. It wasn't, it was my own blueprint that was keeping this.
Right.
I fought against the ties.
Yeah.
I don't have no spiritual source like you went like Prudential Insurance, right? I don't have no solid source. My stuff is floating like he's on a solid rock. His finances built on a solid rock. Mine was on shifting sand because it seemed like right when I get my money go right out my hand. Like, man, what the hell? Then it seemed like I'm never hungry when I got money. Then when I'm broke, I'm hungry like a bone.
Hungry than what?
So the equation piece was missing that I needed to spiritually foundate myself. Now, every time I've been working to pay my tithes, I ain't worried about buying nothing else to pay my tithes. I lie you not. I've been feeling like on the solid rock. I say I feel like I'm with Prudential. For real. I done made an investment. I don't know if I'm getting through to anybody.
Yes, sir,
I
man.
give myself life within my life. This is what I want to say. Some people are living just to die.
Mm.
That's going to come. You can't escape that.
No.
That's not an appointment you can take a rain check on.
No.
Lord.
You see, I ain't going to school. I ain't going to school that day. I'm gonna leave. I ain't going to go to school on that. No, you can't do that.
You can't do it.
You can't
Lord
do that.
knocking at the door like, like here, I'm here. Like, hold up, man, it's Tuesday. You can't come to like Friday evening or something.
Right. Come on, man. I had plans this weekend. Shoot.
Plans.
I had plans.
How many people in the past had plans? You feel me? I got some parties that died on a Thursday, and I'm not lying. They was going to have this barbecue Saturday. He said, "I'm gonna meet you at the barbecue." He didn't make that plan.
He didn't make it. He didn't make it.
He had a different appointment.
Wow.
And see, we had to laugh at that because what we do is, while you're living, you take advantage of you living each day. Be happy.
Yeah.
About something. Now, if you want to have a poor, sad day, don't make it last. Go in a dark day. Take a day for yourself.
Take you a dark day. Yeah, take you a dark day, man. Go ahead, get you a dark day, man. Matter of fact, you get 2 a year. You get 2 dark days a year. Go ahead.
2 dark days a year. Go in a dark spot. You need a bottle, whatever you want.
Whatever it is, man.
You have to find you an overdose or something like that.
No.
You can go in there with tissue, cry. Ain't no inhibitions, no manly stuff, no ego. Just get it out your system.
Mm-hmm.
And then you say, hey, I come out. That's what I do. I'll be honest with you. January 26th and 27th, you won't hardly see me doing nothing those 2 days because I don't go into it. But those are the darkest days. But then I count them with the livelier days.
Yeah.
Because I love Christmas. I'm for real. I'm like the dude on This Wonderful Life after he done found out that life was good for real. I'm running around hugging trees. Because I was headed to hell. Everybody else looked at it for Christmas trees and presents. I looked at it, I was given salvation because I was headed to hell with gasoline draws on. And by salvation, which was the best gift. So I don't know how this world is going to, but I just know that, I'm around good people. Big Hank, your stories inspire me, man.
Thank you, bro.
I always look up to them for real. And
Thank you, man.
I've been knowing them so long, I never get tired of it.
You
don't understand. I'm one of his biggest fans and stuff for real because I see how he lives. It's not just what it ain't.
Right. You inspire me too, bro. You inspire me too, man. You know you my inspiration, man. You already know. I already told you. As soon as we buried Rick and you popped up, bam! I'm like, damn, how did that happen?
And man, I got love by all of them. Look, like, I remember when I met Big Hank, when I really officially met you, was on that video with you, Netfa, Michael, Rockbox, and Big Ski on I'm So Fly. So I was messing around on the thing, y'all. I did stuff like this, right? I was just playing around. I looked up on the video.
Nigga had you flying, nigga. I'm so fly.
Yeah, man. I love the video, man.
Yeah,
bro. You have a work, man. A lot of people when we first started. I'm putting up the compilation. I want everybody to know I've been shopping it to get us like a pilot. And I took in what you said, so I'm writing up the synopsis. I'm not speaking upon it.
Right.
People were taking and run with it.
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The devil can't read our thoughts. I want people to know the devil cannot read your thoughts. I don't care what they show you on Warner Brothers and Universal movies. The devil cannot read your thoughts. He can only implement a thought. So if you have an idea, it's best to put it on paper and send it to yourself and then speak out on it orally because
you go.
The sparrows will take your words and put it in a rich man's ears.
Yeah, he will.
Now the rich man got your inventions and you're like, that's my idea. You don't have the money to fight with him because he got the warriors. So Big Hank came to me with a big idea. And I'm gonna tell you, I was working on the same thing already before you said it, and I told you, I know it's a confirmation. He hit it. Yeah. Look, when y'all see us doing something like Let's Do It Again in Uptown Saturday Night, you heard from me. God, my witness. Why I can't be, you know why? Now, you got to find something to get you hyped up to live, be able to get to.
Yeah.
I want to live to see so I can do that.
Be excited for life, baby. Be excited
he gave a vision. People without a vision will perish. He gave a vision, so I ain't thinking about trying to go out. I want to see that through.
Yes, sir.
And it ain't nothing negative.
No.
It's all positive.
I can't wait to see it.
Oh my goodness. When he said it to me, it took I was already dabbling on
I'm coming on y'all's show. I'm telling you right now.
Oh.
You gonna be in it, don't trip. You gonna be in it, don't trip.
Real. Our circle is small.
Yes, sir.
We got enough cast and talent just within our nucleus. Everybody else it's like we got to say when we're a basketball team and we can have 5 more others. We can prove some people. I know I'm gonna be on the team.
Yes, sir.
Michaels. We got for real. We got different actors and everything. Yeah. When this man was in the hospital. He was just there for 24-hour observation, but when he was in the hospital, Cynthia told us after the show, Big Hank's in the hospital. I seen him on Facebook. Cynthia, when I went to go say something on Facebook, because I know he ain't answering his phone call. Right. And stuff, he'd be like this. Hey, Roy, hold up, man. I'm having surgery on my heart. What you answer the phone for? Well, you know you my loved one, dog. But when I went to go make a comment, it was already 385 people in front of me. And the first thing I said is that, nothing gonna happen with him. Look at all these prayers.
Yes, sir.
I had 2 people barely prayed for me and I got here. He had 385. I'm like, that man's a $6 million man. Don't real. All them prayer hands, that man's hard to cable. People don't even know what happened. Sir, your level was way up here. We've never seen this. Yeah. I was going to tell the nurses, you ain't seen the comments on his Facebook page. He had 385 prayer hands. You need to go on home, sir. What was the trip is that when he went to the hospital to get his heart checked, they said, let's go get something to eat. He went to churches.
Nigga said churches.
You went to a chicken place or something, am I right?
No, we went to the cafeteria, man, and they got chicken tenders in there, man.
Oh,
that's
what I knew it was something chicken. That's the last thing. He asked for some hot sauce.
Nigga said I went in the cafeteria. Let me get some pigtails, some oxtails, to go with this heart attack. And
wait, I can see him. He got that chicken tender. He go back up in there, and the lady said, "The doctor's looking for you." He like, what? He got that.
When I got in there, the doctor slapped it out of my hand. Get that shit out of here. That's what's wrong with you now. Get that shit out of here. That's what's wrong with you now.
I came in there and said 385. He said the lady came in there that next morning and said, "No, you going home today."
Yeah, all your levels are stabilized. You don't know what you did.
Am I lying?
We don't know what you did, sir, but whatever you did, you're stabilized. You're good. Go home.
385 prayer hands before me.
Right.
I said
you have a
see
chance.
my comments.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Hey, but you know what? See, that shows how you affecting people's lives.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
It wasn't no street stuff. It wasn't no stuff like hang in there, cuz.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing like that. I seen prayer hands.
Yes, sir.
People concerned for you. And
yes,
the Lord said, look here, an act of love covers a multitude of sins. All those people got sins forgiven of them. That's what the word of God say. And I'm wrong.
Yes, sir.
An act of love covers a multitude of sins.
Yes, sir.
Showing that they had love for you and their prayers went to you. That's an act of love.
Yeah.
Look how them people you touched.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir.
This are the stuff. And see, we was talked on death, but I want to be where we talk upon the living.
Live.
You gotta live when you ain't doing your 2 days, like Hank said, you get 2 days.
2 days
per year. You got 2 days for your own self to cry, take it out. I did it. Before Big Hank said, I did it, Big Hank, but I do it too. When I went through my situation, every 2 weeks, every other weekend, I get a hotel. No one know. I would get a hotel from Friday to Sunday. Over there in Montbello area. The guy knew me, so he'll put me at the corner on the 3rd floor so I can see over the 60 highway. And I would go in there, not to come back out to Sunday, because I'm gonna leave everything in that hotel room. I bring beer, weed, every type of drug I could find. I would have everything,
every type,
and without having to go through the risk. The homie has to go, hey, can I get something from you, bro? You don't mess around this weekend. I do.
Yeah, this weekend, I want that
real. I would take every single thing in there,
right,
and get a pizza, which it'd be almost a whole pizza by the time Sunday.
Give me 2 bites, taking out the whole pizza.
Exactly. All over the room, never slept in the bed. Over in the corner one time, fighting and stuff for real. One time I was like in my boxers, just fighting and swinging and stuff. I don't know. I said I ain't gonna take whatever that other stuff was, but I was taking it all, wrapping in there, big old blunt.
Don't give me no more of them boxing drugs. I don't like them boxing drugs.
I would come out Sunday and I can make it the next 2 weeks.
But I don't like them boxing.
And next thing you know, I started doing it once a month. I didn't do it every 2 weeks. I would feel this urge that I need to get away, that the that my world is closing in.
Yeah.
And I would come out of there and leave it. Next you know, it was like once every 3-4 months. Then I was able to share because I never shared it with no one. These were my quiet times. Sometimes you share stuff with people and they don't even mean to, but they sometimes throw it back at you.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you tell our left hand, don't let the right hand know what you're doing. Sometimes you need to keep something to yourself.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. You tell somebody you doing this and that's, you know, they put a whole tag on you.
Yeah.
You know, so some things to keep that down. Don't share everybody your situation. Now, I ain't saying that you shouldn't open up, like, you know, but there's certain little things that you just need to keep to yourself.
Yeah, this
Somebody
is
told
to say it.
somebody.
I'm saying it.
Yeah, somebody told me one time, there's some things you're gonna have to take to your grave with you.
Absolutely.
That part.
Some things don't nobody know, just you and
Yeah.
that person. Yeah, just
You
you.
got
One
it.
wise
Yeah.
man told me, he said, a wise man has something to say. A foolish man just want to say
Want to
something.
say something, just want to talk, just
If,
want to run his mouth.
if I don't know what's going on, I'm gonna be quiet and listen.
Stay in my lane.
If
Yes,
there's situations that I know right now, and I be thinking that some of these people who know wonder if I'm gonna ever blurt it out, and I never have. One time, I'm in the county jail for about a week or two because I got some checks and I cashed a couple of them, and one was for $950. But I was a civil designer, so I would get checks like that. But these checks wasn't. And so I refused, you know, bail because I can tell you some stuff about the bail bonds people who work for the Rampart Police Department. Because since I was part of the designer, some people I knew got me hooked up with them. And I told them to lift my bail. When I seen how crooked they were, lift my bail. I went on back into the county. The judge let me out, right? So the whole time I'm in there, in the county, I never asked nobody what you in here for. That's established when you first process in, because if you into that raping and stuff like that, it is made for me to take swings on. I'm gonna let you know I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not into that and stuff. So that's always at the beginnings, not when I've been in the spot. And dude kept asking me like twice a day, hey, what you in here for, homie? And I'd be like, hey man, that's on me, bro. It ain't no sexual shit. So about the third day, man, he asked me again, and this time I got perturbed. I said, man, why you keep asking me, man?
Right.
You federally or something, bro? You keep
Yeah,
asking me.
yeah, who sent you, nigga? Who sent you?
A week later, I'm over on Prairie and El Segundo in Hawthorne. I'm at the liquor store there. I go in, and this, I'm not gonna call his name because he's not into that position no more like that. He might, in fact, he's a church guy. So he says to me, hey man, I see you didn't say nothing. She didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing, and ain't say nothing to nobody else. He said, yeah, one of our people was letting us know that you wouldn't even talk about it. I said, oh, that was your people. So guess what? Then I was like this on him. Now, bro, you should have kept that to yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all setting me up, watching me. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't sit up here and think you the dog father on me. For real, I flipped the tape. But my point was, there's certain things like Big Hank said. You gotta, you gotta take that to your grave.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, we gotta stop beating ourselves up on stuff that you can't change.
Yeah.
You
Well,
said
it's out of your control.
you gotta, the people that you see that inhabits the same type of characteristics, then you see it, because I ain't never heard nobody say what you just said, to look for them for different traits.
Yeah.
People want to change. There's a lot of people like that though, Hank. I see women getting reduction, breast enhancement.
That's because everybody got a low self-esteem. Everybody's suffering from depression, but they just don't speak on it. So they're suffering in silence. So the fact that we touching on it is huge because I'm sure we're reaching some people who don't have that voice to say help or who pretending like they don't see, you know.
If you feel that way, y'all, anytime, if we even off the show, you can go on one of
Please
YouTube,
reach out.
Facebooks,
Please
reach out to us.
Please reach
We
out.
bring you on the show. We just send you the link. We can talk with us.
Talk.
You don't have to show your
Talk.
face. Some people think you have to show your face. You don't have to show your face. They give you an option. You can turn the video off and just have audio.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't play that video and no audio, but then we're gonna be like, this person crazy and stuff. You know, you could turn your volume on. No, I
What you listening to? Silent movies? You like watching silent movies?
Exactly. That part. And so we touched on the subject today. We didn't know this subject was gonna go like this. I had that video for them police officers that snatched the ringer away. I was gonna show that.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. You know,
come on, man. We can still see it.
I'm like, we got 4 minutes. We can still see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna share that. This was tripping out to me. Let me share this video. Man. Okay. Let me, so I can't go back into mine. Okay, so let me bring it up. Man, y'all check this out. It's only gonna be a quick minute. I'm gonna enlarge it.
Okay.
Right. Check this out. Check out what they're saying too. You heard what he said, right?
Not really.
I'm gonna back it up a little bit. Listen to what he's saying.
Y'all heard it.
Motherfuck you something.
He said,
niggas.
Now watch what he does though. This is the scandalous part. There's 6 of them. That's the ringer. He heard him talking, so he take the ringer and throw it away. He didn't know that another ringer is watching that.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see how now they all been laid on administration leave is what they said. You hear him? Did you hear what he was saying? They talking and laughing, but they didn't know that they still was being recorded.
Yeah.
By which whoever the homeowner is was smart. He took down. They had the one, and this one. So the way they was talking, the police officer seen that they had a ring. So he takes it, and you seen it, of course. He takes it and he's setting up.
Got rid of some evidence. That's what he did do.
But he thought so. But there was another one,
right,
facing right at it.
Yes, sir.
Now, how I know you about to not do a Breonna Taylor?
Right.
Knock, knock, no warrant. Knock, knock, who's there?
Police.
That you feel me? And like I said, you know, someone said one time, well, the black weren't compliant. They was called on a suspicious call. That's a black person's house. Why would you say all of that? They was complaining I had to come out here and search effing in.
Yeah.
Those are the
Yeah.
type we don't like being stopped by. If he's malicious like that, what else has he been malicious about?
Right.
We need to see the complaints that's been built up against this man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just being real with it. But on the, you know, I wasn't gonna bring that up, but it's the truth. This is the world that some of us have to live in the same country. People think that sometimes we bring the heat on our own self. I'm not a person who's hard to learn. Once I've been through something and I've seen that it didn't go well with me, I tend to not do it again.
Right. Tend not to even go over there no more. I'm
Yeah,
good. I'm straight. Yeah.
yeah,
That wasn't a good. That didn't go good for me. I'm straight.
yeah. I be
Yeah.
looking at former President Donald Trump. I'm like, I said, you talking about privilege?
What?
I'm like that. He got the ultimate privilege.
Man, how you gonna dictate to the FBI what they supposed to show the public? Okay, now listen, I'm gonna tell y'all what that show you though, is that show you he got that from his daddy, because that's where his daddy used to talk to the police when they was in there meeting for having them meetings in there up under them,
Yeah.
up under them. Yeah. So he got it honest. His daddy like, man, they just like us. They ain't no different than us, man. Matter of fact, a lot of them gonna be here at the meeting tonight. And Trump used to see that. He used to watch his daddy talk to him, how he wanted to talk to him. So that's how he talked to the police.
But see, you know what's Big Hank though? We didn't talk. We never even talked back down to him like Huey Newton and them though.
No.
Huey Newton and them in the Black Panther Party spoke back
yes.
to him when the
Yes,
FBI
sir.
made them where we got this respect for the FBI right now. See, now, to my understanding, the Republicans is all for law enforcement of the FBI and all that. And all of a sudden,
Supposedly.
they turning on them.
Yeah.
The past 2 weeks, there's been attacks at certain FBI officers, y'all. See, a lot of people don't understand you. We caught up in our own little neighborhood and trying, but there's some deeper stuff going on. When guys going in there with armory and everything, ready to go fight in the FBI.
Come on, man. They inner fighting. That's that inner fighting, man. They fighting amongst each other.
Well,
now the reason is really going down because the great United States is falling. You see what I'm saying? Stuff ain't on the shelves. Money problems. The great United States is falling, man. So they trying to, that's why they bicker amongst themselves.
But see, you know what, Big Hank, you said, because see, I know you've been playing with when they say the great United States, because now our military, I salute them always, because this is why we have the freedom to say the things we saying now. Because if we was in another third world country, you and I probably been executed a long time ago for some of the things we have said.
Yes,
you feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
The thing is, when they got this Make America Great Again and Save America, people don't take into consideration that America is not just the ones in a certain tax bracket even.
Right.
It's an Americans. But all of a sudden, every time I look up, it's groups of, it's us against them. The police department is us against them. It's the Senate and this politicians. All these people attacking the FBI because somebody goes to this man's house to get some paperwork. When the FBI come, now ask if I'm a protest the FBI office if they come into Big Hank's home and go through a search, and I know he ain't did nothing. I be like, I can't. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Ain't nothing you can do.
And so I'd be like, Big Hank, you all right, man? They went in your house. He gonna be like, yeah, they ain't get nothing.
I ain't got nothing on me, man. I ain't got nothing.
But nobody ain't said nothing then. Why are we? I'm trying to figure out the people who's protesting. Some of them ain't even be able to go into Mar-a-Lago. They can't even go there. The reporter's been begging to go be able to visit. It is strictly members only. But You got people ready to die for something that they really don't know.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
You know. And so I was going about to get on those off, man. Look here, man. I took the idea what you said. I ain't told nobody else.
Listen,
I'm
go.
writing that synopsis. That was one of the best ones. I'm gonna tell y'all.
Woo. Yes, I know.
And I just say it like this. It's like on the one that you referred me to. I'm not even gonna say those names. They come out the end the same way. You gotta have it where, you know what I'm saying, make a two. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Deeper now.
Yes, sir.
They go deeper now. But you know what? I just been looking at I seen Cynthia's off. I was about to bring our ending up. I was waiting for her to sit back down. But you know what, man? I'm glad that we're amongst the living to get it done right.
Yes, sir.
The way we've been treated on the streets, on some occasions, we should be just afterthought too. Begging Abraham, can I at least go tell my brother so they won't be in this flame that I'm suffering in? You got to be in something really hot when you want another man to put his finger in some water to put it on your tongue. Forget the machoism, forget your egotist. You really suck this man's finger because of the coolness of the water. I don't want to be in nothing like that.
I don't want to be in nothing like that either. And then he screams, man, well, just go tell my brother now, man, send somebody.
Now
please. He said, please send somebody to go tell my brother and them so they won't come down here where I'm at.
You suffer so bad that you know how the saying goes, misery loves company. You
don't want nobody down there. You don't want nobody. Please don't send nobody else down here with us, man.
Hey, they got Roy, they got Big Hank up there, they got Dr. Williams. For real. For real. Yeah. When I heard that story, I'm like, man, I just start picturing it. I'm like, I don't want to suffer nothing like that. When they said that Jacob was laying, the young man, the dude who died, he's laying at Abraham's bosom.
Yeah, the poor man.
Yeah, the poor man. People don't understand. He's not like he's trading him like a baby.
No,
he's kicking with him like they on the bench. Like, man, they kicking it.
Yes, sir.
He's in his area. They sitting there by the cool waters and the fresh green grass and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when they say he's in Abraham's bosom, meaning that he's in his surrounding.
Yeah.
But Abraham, hear the other guy. He said, man, don't you see this big old gap? We can't get to you.
Yeah, we can't come. You can't get over there, and we can't get. You can't get over here, and we can't get over there.
Yeah, and dude said, let me just dip his finger in some water to cool my tongue. You know, you was a rich guy. You kicked the man while he was down, but now you ask him to dip his finger in some water. Man, I seen that. I'm like, man, all the ego, all his morals, all his inhibitions left him there. When you got to be in a terrible state to ask another man, can you dip your finger in the water?
Yeah, let me suck the water. Let me suck the water off your fingers.
Off your finger. They're like, hold up, man, get off. There ain't no more water on my finger.
Come on, man. Yeah.
Give him it'd be like this. You give him a drop, now you want a whole glass. You had the chance to do the right thing. Man. If you give him a drop now, he's gonna be asking for a glass.
Yeah, now you ain't gonna let your hand go because you know you're gonna go back. You're like, nigga, no, don't leave me. No, nigga, I got to go. I got to get your hand off me.
Yeah, I'd be like,
hand off me, man.
That big old gap for one. I'm not. How you doing over there? I'm like, I don't even want the Lord to get mad at me and say, hey, why you messing with them? I'm gonna turn my back. I'll be acting like I don't even see them over here in hell. I'm playing dominoes by the creek.
Yeah, I'm over there laying up with the lions, over there kicking them with the lions. Yeah, hey, man. Yeah, combing the lion beard. Over there combing the lion's beard, seeing how, man, you fly the bug, lion.
You feel me? I know I play dominoes with Moses and Ray Charles and them at the same time.
Chopping it up. Go chop it up. I gotta go talk to Enoch because I want to know how Enoch got killed. He didn't even die. God just took him up there. I want to talk to Enoch.
Yeah, him and Enoch and
Isaiah.
Elijah, wasn't it?
Isaiah.
Yeah.
I think it was Isaiah.
I think I'm gonna kick it though with
Elijah.
David.
You right, Elijah. You right. It was Elijah. Yep,
I
it was
think I'm gonna kick
Elijah.
it with King David, man.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he had 130
man after God's own heart.
And said he was a man of his own heart. It's amazing how you can have 133 and now these guys have one side chick and these women ready to lose their At least I don't got 132.
Well, nigga, you ain't even taking care of the two you got, nigga. That's why we ain't mad. Nigga, you can't get 133. We both driving Pintos, nigga. We got Pintos and Gremlins and shit.
Hey, it'd be like that one OG like this. He be shaking these things in his hands, and he's like, "Yeah, I can handle all them ladies. Just right this." And that joker had a handful of those blue pills, right? But he messed up. He can't do it no more. He told you don't take too many of them things. He took 3 of them with some malt liquor.
Yeah.
He said after knocking 3 women's boots, 2 hours later, he said he still was hard.
Yeah.
And was starting to pull on his stomach. So he finally go to the hospital.
He said start pulling on his stomach.
his stomach muscles is pulling with it. He's getting harder. They had to shoot him with a tranquilizer pill like he was a rhino to put him down.
It ain't even that serious.
It told me that your shit gonna be like noodles for 8 months.
He should have learned how to have a snack instead of trying to.
No matter what you doing, your stuff gonna be like this. You can give all the pills. All right, man. Y'all have a blessed weekend, y'all. I'm out, man.
That's how you gonna end the show on that note.
Like that.
We only why we waited this long because we seen you was out the office. We wanted you to come back and sit down. We didn't want to just end the show and you come back like, where's everybody?
All right, God.
All right, man.
Y'all have a good one.
You gotta say.
Have a great weekend, Joy. I'll let you, Roy.
That's for y'all, bro.
I'm wearing on my shirt, Big Hank. I ain't forgot, baby.
I got you. I'm working with. What's your size? What's your size?
I'm a large. I'm big.
Done deal. Done deal. Got you.
We got to have redneck pimp because I got to go out there. Haven't been out there, but I'm coming this week. I stayed out here in the Midwest for the show.
Okay.
So I got to get back to LB.
All right, man. So the show went good last night. Where was it at?
I tore it up, bro. I tore it.
Where
I crossed the material. It was at Harley's Hideaway.
Where's that?
Talk about it. It's in Johnson County in Kansas.
Oh, okay.
I even told
Can we
him, man,
catch it anywhere? Can we
This
catch it
nigga be
anywhere?
everywhere. This nigga be everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Kansas, nigga,
Hey,
Kansas.
yeah. Hey, this white lady said, I said something about marijuana, and the place was packed too. Whites, blacks, and a couple of Asians. And she said, no, you can smoke weed here. We roll with it. I said, ma'am, probably you.
Yeah.
She had like Mary Tyler Moore's like style about it, right? She was always you're like, yes, we can roll. Like, no, we can't.
Yeah. As soon as I start smoking,
one of my a joke I wrote about 10 years. I had used it once just to see if it works. This time I fed it in. It's called the Snoop Dogg themed doorbell with the Bing Range voice.
Snoop Dogg do what?
It's called the Snoop Dogg themed doorbell with the Ving Range voice.
With the Ving Range voice, okay.
With the Ving Range voice. So when you press came to my house and you run the doorbell, you hear someone's at that door. You need to come and see what they want you for. Standing there, waiting with their mind on enterings on their mind. Man, I rocked that ball last night, man. Hey man, we got somebody saying person 91, Wayne Kwan, greetings from Brazil. Could you please talk about legalizing cannabis and its benefits? Man,
that's a whole nother show.
We just about to end the show, but we will be doing it Tuesdays.
Catch you Tuesday. Catch you Tuesday, Juan Guan. We catch you Tuesday.
Yeah, we catch you Tuesday on it.
What
That
they
which
said.
would be 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. August 23rd, we'll be back Tuesday, and we'll make that the subject.
Yeah.
Because
Yes,
you got that's a subject that we look here.
We
got
all
states that ain't even legalized.
Yeah, Roy know about legalizing cannabis. Yeah, he rub elbows with them kind of cats, man. So yeah, we on.
Yeah, I tell him for real. And
Yeah,
see,
we on.
you know, because we got states right now that's setting you up with booby traps. Kansas and Texas is not legal.
Mm-mm.
And they know you trying to get from Colorado and California over there across to these states like Missouri and stuff. For real. You know, it's about money. All right, y'all. I'm outie, man. God bless y'all.
Have a good one.
Man.
All right. Holla.
Blessings.
Holla. Peace.
Hey, is this thing on? Can you hear me? Is anybody out there?